For those who fought in the Battle of Britain, it was a battle for survival. For the free world, it was a breathless moment in history. For failure would have plunged mankind into a new dark age. Never have so many owed so much to so few.
So, hello, welcome to what is going to be issue 23 and 24. The reason I'm doing two issues is I've spotted an opportunity. I am a little bit behind. I'm playing catch up, and I've seen two short issues which I think I can use to catch up. So, this is issue 23, and it's beautifully packaged. It actually comes in a box inside bubble wrap, which is absolutely fantastic. So we only have two parts this week. This is the frame for the underside of the port wing, and we've got we've got 2x4mm PM screws, of which one is spare. So ever so simple build today. First thing we need is the part that we received in the previous issue, which is stage 22, which again was wrapped in this beautiful tissue paper. And I'm going to make full use of this packaging because what I want to do is I actually want to lay it on the packaging so that it just protects it. And then all we're going to do this week, we have an absolute mass of screw holes. So what we need to do is locate the locating pegs. So let's check I've got this in the correct orientation. We're looking for this one here, and that looks like it. There we go. So the main ones in question are, see if I can find them again, shall I? Right, so it's these three here where my fingers are. 1, 2, 3, and there's 3 outer holes there, and it will go straight in like that, and that seems to be more of a locating peg because we're actually going to be putting a screw through this one. So let's get the screws ready, and I've lost my knife, can you believe that? So I'm going to pop 3 screws on the table, and let's get my screwdriver, and I'm going to place the top one first, and I just want that just enough to, that can't be that one, can it? It is that one. No, sorry, I'm just studying the diagram further. There we go, it's this one. This one, it is that one. It looks like the screws are too small for that part, but that has gone in absolutely fine. That's only in loose. You know me, I just fit them just enough to bite. So then we'll go for this one. Now I suspect the second wing will be a lot easier to place in because obviously we'll follow a pattern, and then the third one is going to go in like so, and now you should see where the screws are, and then what we can do is we can tighten them up further. Now I think this is quite amusing because if you remember a couple of episodes ago, I said, and I think I'm quoting myself here, if you like lots of wonderful detail, this is the build for you. If you are after a model that builds up very quickly, then I'm afraid you're going to have to wait a few weeks. And ironically, just a few weeks later, bang, look at the size of it now. So I feel I can screw this up more, but it is going into metal but it's squeezing a piece of plastic. I can't move that wing, so I'm happy where I am. So let's just push that to one side a little bit, and then what we will do is we will move on to stage 24, because that is 23 complete, and we are going to be doing the bracing struts for the port wing. And I should have undone this packaging before we begun. I do apologize for any noise. And there are only 3 parts. Part 2401 is this piece, which is a piece of metal and it's straight. And then 2402 is a piece of metal with a little bend in it. So in actual fact, I've got this packaging upside down, haven't I? Now I've got 2 types of screw. I've got 2.5 by 4mm PM screws, which are silver, and I've got 5 2 by 4mm PM screws, which are black. We will also need the port assembly from the previous issue. Obviously that's where we're going to be working on. So let's have a look at stage 1, and we need to be placing 2401, which is the straight piece, and it looks like it's going tabs up, and there's 3 tabs up, sorry, 2 tabs up. Yes, so you've got tab at the top, tab at the top, tab at the bottom, tab at the bottom, going the opposite way, and that's going to go in just like that. So obviously what that's going to do, although this is in rather stiff, if I pushed that hard enough it would break. What we're going to do is do a, well, what they're calling a bracing strut. So it is a brace that we're adding to this wing just to add some strength to it, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So we will be fitting those with the black screws. So let's get my little screw holder, which I absolutely love, because all I have to do is I can chuck anything. I tell you what, let's use scissors. I was looking for my knife earlier, wasn't I? And all along my scissors were right in front of me. I can just chuck the screws on there and they just don't go anywhere. So black screw. So let's place this bottom one in first. I'm feeling the bottom one today, and that's not going in. Why does that not want to go in? Is it the wrong screw perhaps? It does look like rather a small screw. Yeah, that's not going in. 2 PM. Okay, I haven't read the instructions properly, for which I apologise. Let me just, yeah, check the fit of the part. Fix in place using 2 PB screws and 2 PMs. Right, my apologies guys, I've got that totally wrong. So the way the instructions are written, the way I've looked at them, it looks like we're using all the same screws. We actually want the black screws there because they're plastic screws going into plastic, and then we want the silver screws at the bottom. And then you can see that if you place the wrong screw in, it's obvious it's not going to work because it's so obvious that they're different sizes. So let's pop the correct screw in this time, and we'll place that loosely. Oh, and I can just feel that going in nicely. So that's only in enough to bite, and then we will place a black screw in at the top. Some of you may be screaming, you may not agree with the order that I'm doing this in, but I'm just putting these in loosely. So now that's just in enough so it's not going to fall off. So now we can finish it off. So we're going to pop this black one into this hole there. Only enough to bite. And then we will put a final silver one in the bottom here, which is going into the metal. And straight away I can feel there's so much more strength. Like there's no bend, but there's a little bit of bend. So what I'll do now then is I will just finish tightening these up. Now these plastic ones, I only want to go until they naturally want to stop. There's no movement there. This one was already there. Now these metal screws, they want to go in nice and tight. This is where most of the pressure is going to be. Ah, lovely. Perfect. So that's that bit done. So the next stage is step 3. Yes, so step 3 is next, and that's this little piece with a bend in it, and that wants to go along there. Yes, so we're strengthening the top of the wing, we're strengthening the bottom of the wing, and this time I've learnt my lesson with the screws. So again, I think I'll start from the top, I'll go to the bottom, then I'll do the middle. So screwing into plastic is the black screw, and that's in just enough to bite. Then at the bottom we'll pop in a silver screw. Like so. Then we can pop in the black screw. Again, just enough to bite, and then we'll pop in the silver screw. And then we can just check that's all lined up properly, it's all in the correct places, and I'm happy with that. So I will proceed to tightening it up. So the plastic ones are just going in until they want to stop. There we go, and I'll just check the fit on there. There's no looseness, so I'm happy. And the silver ones, they can go in nice and tight. You can also put some thread lock on these metal ones if you want. I'm not going to, but I'm happy with that. So guys, that is 2 stages complete there. So unfortunately it means that the next episode will be pretty much exactly the same, but a little bit bigger, and on the other side. But that's the end of this issue, and I thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next episode.